Hey everyone, it's me Prince Caius here, and I'm making a second part of what if Deku had the powers of Kevin 11 from Ben 10. I hope all of you enjoy my content that I made and will make in the future, and I hope you enjoy this one. So, intro. Okay, so when Deku is walking to the door of U to UA, he starts to pass out, but he's floating. Deku wakes up after a few seconds of being passed out. Uraraka says, "Sorry, I didn't ask you if I can use my quirk on you. And are you fine? You look pale. You passed out, by the way." Deku says, "No, I'm fine. I just trained too hard yesterday and got myself hurt." "Oh, my name is Izuku Midoriya." Uraraka says, "My name is Uraraka. Nice to meet you. Well, we're gonna be late for the test." Then everything happens the same until the robots. 3, 2, 1. Everyone starts to run to destroy robot. Everyone starts to destroy robot after robot. Then Deku starts to run in pain and he starts to hit robot after robot with 100% full cowling in diamond, in metal mode, okay, right now. So all of a sudden the 0-point robot is summoned. Everyone starts to run away. Deku turns around. Everyone starts to run away from the 0-point robot. Deku turns around to run away, but hears a girl screaming. And he turns into diamond and uses 100% of One for All. With his body just moves on its own. He is running in pain, and while Deku jumps, he shoots diamond shards and throws a punch. The 0-point robot is destroyed in a few seconds, with diamonds there and basically everywhere on its body, and a big hole in its head. And plus buildings are destroyed behind him, and 20 other robots are destroyed. While Deku is falling, he faints and turns back to normal, and his diamond wound, is starting to open up, but now it's just as size of a baseball. While Deku is about to hit the ground, Uraraka slaps him and saves him before he hits the ground. Uraraka runs to him while after puking up basically, rainbows, while yelling for help. The nurse runs outside to save Deku, and he gets healed but has a big scar there. And by the way, the nurse is called Recovery Girl. So Deku then wakes up in the nurse's office. All Might is there and tells him, "Don't do that again, and if you got hurt, you shouldn't have been doing this test." Deku laughs in pain for a little while, and goes to Momo's house after he got up and around and away from out of UA. So Deku walks to Deku knocks on the door and Momo's dad answers and says, "You're the boy who from last night. How's your wound doing?" Deku tells him that his wound is doing perfectly fine and he just has a scar now, and he wants to talk to Momo. Deku then walks into the house,
Ava, what are you doing?
and Momo is right behind Deku's, behind her dad, and tells him to follow. And Deku then goes to Momo's room to talk. Deku tells her what happened that day and said that he might not get accepted to UA because how reckless he was. Momo tells Deku that they will accept you, but you always have to be reckless. You always have to be reckless. Deku then tells her that he is always pushing his limits to be the #1 hero. Momo laughs and tells him that if he continues to be reckless, he's gonna die. Deku laughs and starts to leave while saying, "Well, hope to see you at UA." When Deku was walking home, he found a car, and he started to fix it up because it was for sale, and he gave well, actually it was not for sale, it was just there, and it had a piece of paper that said it's abandoned, and he basically fixed it up right there, putting diamond parts in it, and then he basically makes diamonds and shoots out of it and basically forms it into what he needs. And then he took it to his house to finish it up after an hour. When he got home, Inko asked where he has been. Deku tells her that he was training. Inko then tells Deku that she was worried, and it's the middle of the night. Deku then goes to his room and passes out because how long that day was. When it was the morning, Deku goes outside to finish the car. Finally, it was done. Deku then walked to UA because there was no gas and he didn't have gasoline. So while he was walking to UA, he called his mom and asked him if he could get a driver's license. And she said yeah, in a few days. We just need the money. Then Deku got to UA and told his mom that he needs to go. He's at UA. And he walks to the classroom 1A. Deku then opens the door to 1A. Everyone walked to him and asked if that wound is feeling better. Deku raises his shirt up while saying, "It's still diamond, but it's just a scar, and I don't want my weakness to be like right there, so I just put it on just in case. But I can turn it off right now." Deku then turns off the diamond mode on his stomach, and he sees Momo and walks to her saying, "I made it to UA. and it's nice to see you in the hero course. Oh yeah, I forgot, Deku was accepted to UA. I forgot to say that. I'm so sorry. It was pretty obvious though, but I'm sorry. Momo tells him that he should be home healing. Deku laughs while saying, "My diamond skin can protect me while my wound is healing a little bit more, but it's just a scar right now, but it's still healing." Then Aizawa tells them all to get outside, and they shouldn't be here to make friends, just like in the anime and the manga. When everyone gets outside, they all do the test, obviously. Deku got first in the test strength, breaking it apart. Deku got second in the race because he's still weak because his scar is acting up, and he's holding back. Deku got third place in the ball throw by using the naval laser after using 70% of one for all. By the way, he got hit when he was in the race by when naval laser boy, basically, I don't remember their names, okay? I don't remember his name, but when Deku is when they're doing the race, Deku touches the naval laser one time, and gathers up the energy and uses 70% of one for all, because if he uses naval laser with the ball throw, he might destroy a plane or a helicopter or something. And Deku got first in the jump by using 100% of one for all, and then faints after landing because he accidentally turned on diamond mode on his legs and put spikes on just a tad, and it hit his scar and it knocks him out. Sorry about the noise again. After class, Deku went to the nurse's office to get his wound a little bit healed. And what I'm going to fix about the spikes, I'm going to remove them. Actually, I'm going to put them as bruises on Deku's body, breaking his chest, cracking his rib cage. So that's what had to get healed. When he got home, Deku saw a car that did not look like the neighbors, because the neighbors didn't have a car. When Deku walked into his house, he heard someone unfamiliar to him. Well, it's familiar, but he forgot who it was. Inko heard the door shut and walked to Deku, while whispering, "Why didn't you tell me about your girlfriend? Most importantly, why didn't you not tell me about your wound?" Deku tells his mom that he doesn't have a girlfriend, and tells her all about his wounds that happened a few days ago. When Deku and Inko walked into the living room, Deku saw Momo and her dad. Momo ran up to Deku while asking him about his wound that happened today, and tells him, "Yeah, it's fine, I'm just needing some rest." Deku sits down and talks to Momo's dad. Inko and Momo leaves to go get something to eat for the rest of them. Deku and Momo's dad talked for an hour until Inko and Momo came back. They all eat and talk about Momo and Deku being together. Deku and Momo obviously tells them that they're not dating, and Momo accidentally said out loud that Deku is cute, and then says in her head, that slipped out. Oh no, that slipped out. Deku blushes. Inko and Momo's dad sets them up to go on a date. Then Momo and her dad left.
He didn't even wash anything.
And Inko and Deku starts to talk about the date, and Deku is like, I'll go on a date with Momo, it's just I'm busy that day. And he is lying. Inko is like, you know you're lying, right? Deku is like, I'm not lying, I'm training with All Might. Deku then says, okay, fine, I'll go on that day. Inko's like, okay, I'll call him. I'll call Momo's dad and tell him, and 2 days from now is fine. And I'm actually leave it off of here. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and like, comment, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and outro.